So this is part 2 to our European travel vlog, and we rode the Eurostar. Y'all, when I tell y'all, the Eurostar is so nice. I believe the ride was about an hour and a half, and I didn't know that the Eurostar went underwater. So that was kind of cool to know that it was going underwater when it got dark. But when we got to the station, this is what the station looked like. I thought that was really nice. I have never been inside a train station before, but once we got to London, I immediately saw the red buses, and when I saw the red telephone booth, I was like, oh, I gotta get a picture. Like, I was like, yes, I have got to get a picture. But this is how the city looked as we were heading to our hotel. I believe the ride from the train station to our hotel was about 30 minutes. So we stayed at the H10 London in Waterloo, and this is what the hotel looked like. Y'all, this hotel was so nice. It came with like a place to eat breakfast and a rooftop bar, which was top notch, which y'all will see later on in the video. But it is super cold in London. Do y'all see that temperature? Like, it was super cold. So my sister booked a room on the top floor. She bougie like that. It's like penthouse suite status. So here is the room tour. Okay, y'all, so we just got off the Eurostar. We are at the H10. Oh, H10. Okay. Okay, so is it by Hilton?
No, it isn't.
Oh, it's just the H10.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at the H10. We just got off the Eurostar. I think it's about a 15-minute drive, maybe. But this is the room. Sis booked a corner suite extra. It does have an extra bed over here. This little lamp-looking thing. This cute little couch. Here's the view. And it's a closet over here. And then it does have something special set up here. More views. So this is what the room looks like from this angle. There's the TV, bed. I like this. I kind of want to touch this. Is this velvet? It is velvet.
Come on, texture.
Come through, texture. But yeah, this is that. And then here's the bathroom. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I thought stuff in Paris was real small, but stuff real small over here. The elevator barely fit 3 people. But this is our room. So once we got settled in, we decided to head out and find something to eat. And y'all, I found one of them telephone booths and I got my picture. That was mandatory. So we went to this small pub called RockIT Burger. The food was fire. I didn't get a picture. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really bad at that. So once we got done eating, we went back to the room to get freshened up because we was about to go shopping. Y'all, it was mandatory that I go to this place called Harrod's or Harrod's. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but I heard so much about this place for shopping. But this is how the scenery looked while we was on our way to Harrod's. To be honest, I think it took like 30 minutes for us to get there. And y'all, we got there, that place was so packed. The place closed at 9. I believe we got there at like 8 o'clock. So we was trying to run and get to the place and try to just enjoy it while we had time, because I knew that we didn't have time for any other time in our trip. So I was like, yeah, let's go in. So once we got in there, y'all, when I tell you this is a luxury bougie girl's heaven. Everywhere you turn, there was a luxury store. I had to catch my breath because it was Chanel, it was Louis, it was Fendi, it was Prada. Everywhere you turned, there was a luxury store. My sister was particularly interested in YSL bags, so we looked at that. And y'all, I got to looking at the prices and got to looking at stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep the stuff that I bought in Paris because I'm not buying anything here. But going up in the venue, everything was just so beautiful. It's a very nice mall. Like, look at these structures. Like, it's just so pretty. I've never really seen anything like this in my life. But if you come to London, please make sure you check this place out. It is definitely a bougie girl's dream heaven. Okay, so when we got done shopping, we went back to the hotel, to the rooftop. Y'all, that rooftop was everything. The skyline, like everything was just so beautiful. Now y'all see the blankets right there because it was super cold. So they had heat lamps on. They had everything, prepared for you to stay warm. But normally I don't like to be cold, but I feel like this view was worth it. So we just kind of took in the scenery. We cut it up in the blankets and we just kind of chill. We definitely asked for some tea because we would needed something just to keep us warm. And it only felt right to have evening tea in London. Like, it just did. So we got some green tea, put some of the sugar in there, and it was fine. I felt so exclusive and expensive drinking tea on this rooftop, y'all. It was just a really cool experience. Tea time. So after we drank our tea, we ordered some cocktails, and this is us toasting our cocktails. The cocktails was good too. And once we got done with drinking all of that, we went back to the room and got prepared for the night out. My sister had a bottle. We popped the bottle, and yeah, we just started toasting it up, getting ready for the night for us to go out. So y'all see tonight's fit. I had to find something that was warm because it was too cold. But we went to Sapores. I think that's how you say that. Y'all, this lounge was so cute. The decor, I've never seen nothing like it. You see the flowers on the ceiling. This was a hookah bar. That's me and my sister thing. So we just sat there and enjoyed the scenery, y'all. The hookah was really good. The drinks were really good. And we just kind of vibed out. It was a good night. One thing I will say about this place is that they did not serve alcohol. So if you ever come here, know that they don't serve alcohol, but the drinks was cool, the ones that they did serve. I thought this drink was cool because it's like a little hocus pocus punch. I like the bubbling. I thought it was cool. So after that, we went to the bathroom. Y'all, ain't the bathroom a vibe? Like, it's just so dope. Like, the scenery was fire. My sister said she found this place on most Instagrammable places in London. So the next morning, we went to breakfast at our hotel, and our hotel had like a whole breakfast buffet. I thought that was nice. This is how the restaurant looked on top of our hotel. So if you decide to stay here, know you're gonna have this restaurant to eat at for breakfast, and you have the rooftop bar for nighttime activities. So after we ate, we went for our scheduled tour. Y'all see those taxis? That's kind of dope. I always see those on TV, but never in person. But our scheduled tour was at the Tower of London. My sister was really into going here. And to be honest, it was a good tour. It was nice seeing, the historic part of London. The tours were pretty good. The scenery was nice. And yeah, I learned a lot actually. Even on the inside, they told a lot of stories. I took a lot of pictures, obviously. And we went inside and saw like the towers and everything like that. So this building is where the crown jewels are held, and that's where my sister really wanted to see. I was so excited about seeing the guards. Y'all, you see those guards on TV, and they was just standing there. They was literally just standing there, and one of them was marching back and forth. I wonder what they do if they have to scratch. I don't know, but it was really interesting seeing them just do their thing. I thought it was really nice. I love seeing stuff like this, like stuff you see on TV. I like seeing it in person. But the guards were outside of where they kept the crown jewels, and inside the crown jewels they did not allow any pictures, but it was like a 500 and something carat diamond there. That was crazy. And when I tell y'all, seeing that diamond made me feel like a peasant. A real peasant. But outside of the crown jewels, here is what it looks like. And you see the London skyline and everything like that. And the Tower Bridge, I believe it's called. I thought it was called the London Bridge, but that one's actually the Tower Bridge. It was cool to see that. Next, we went to Buckingham Palace. And it was cool seeing that too. The taxi cab told us that they were preparing for the Queen's Jubilee. So it was a lot of roads blocked off, and they were doing some construction and things like that. But it was really nice to see Buckingham Palace because, like I said, you usually see this stuff on TV and never in person. So it was really amazing. And I just had to capture these guys because I thought what they had on was kind of cool. After we got done Buckingham Palace, we walked around and we were actually looking for Oxford Street. My sister said that she heard that was a lot of good shopping there. So in order to get to Oxford Street, we had to walk through several alleyways and just several different, I guess, just streets. And it was cool just seeing all the scenery. It took us about 20 minutes to walk to Oxford Street. Along the way, I saw another red telephone booth, and I was like, yep, it's mandatory that I get another picture. So I took another picture because I was like, every time I see one, I'm getting a picture. But once we made it to, I guess, the streets where you do all the shopping, it was so crowded, y'all. And to be honest, I was tired. I really couldn't shop. I wanted to go in the Burberry, but I just couldn't. My feet was hurting and everything. We did see this alley called Soho, and there was signage about the Carnaby Jubilee. So it was kind of cool to see that, just all of the decor around the Carnaby Jubilee, especially since the taxi cab told us about it. So it was kind of cool to see that. So back at the hotel room, we got dressed for our nice dinner. My sister booked us a dinner on a bus with like a tour. So we got dressed up for that. And I believe it was called Bustro Nome. I don't know how to say that, but you see how it looks on the bus. And it was really cool being on there, just seeing how they had it set up. And I was excited because I had never done anything like that. So it was really cool to see that. But that's what the top of the bus looked like. So you could see all of the buildings and everything while they did the tour. The food was pretty good on there too. They gave us dishes and things that I had never ate before. But since we were in London, I was willing to try it. So the food ended up being pretty good. I believe this lobster ravioli thing was my favorite thing that we had on there. But this is some of the scenery that we saw on the bus. And here we're going under the Tower Bridge. And so it was just really nice to be on the bridge and see it up close, since I know we saw it from far away while we were at the Tower of London tour. But it was just really cool to see it up close. So y'all will see more views that we saw while we were on the bus. And we also rode by Big Ben, which was really cool too. So once we got done eating and got off the bus, y'all, we went straight to sleep. For real, we was tired. So the next day we headed back to Paris on the Eurostar. And once we got to Paris, we had to do that what test. I ain't even gonna say it. But once we got clear from that, we headed back to the States. So this is just some, views from the plane. Y'all, when I tell y'all, we saw ice at the top of Canada. So I had to add that in there because I knew that I had never seen nothing like that before. So I wanted y'all to see it. So I hope y'all enjoyed the vlog. I realized I never recorded the outro, so here y'all go. But my favorite city, hands down, had to be Paris. When it comes down to Paris and London, they both had just different vibes. London was really nice too, but I had so much fun in Paris. Paris and its architecture, people were really nice. And shopping was hands down so much better in Paris, just because of the fact that it's the difference between euros and pounds. And also in Paris, you get your VAT tax back to you, and in UK you don't. So that is why I did not buy anything in London. I decided to make all of my purchases in Paris just because you do get the tax back. So when it came down to the price differences, y'all, I did the calculations. Out of everything that I got, when I compared the prices from US prices to Paris prices, I ended up saving about $1,300. Yeah, I ended up saving $1,300 from buying in Paris than buying here. So that is monumental. Actually, that's a whole nother bag that I saved just by buying it in Paris. So hands down, I want to go back to Paris again. It was just such a beautiful city. The nightlife was jumping. The clubs didn't close at 6 a.m. In London, the clubs that we went to closed at 3 a.m. So that reminded me of being in the States. But in Paris, the nightlife was lit. Also, when I was really worried about a language barrier, it really wasn't much of a language barrier. People spoke a lot of English there. Like some people just spoke French, but a lot of the sales associates, a lot of the just people spoke English. And if you would try, like nobody was really rude to us about speaking English either. If you tried to speak French, they would just welcome it and say, okay, like this is how you say that. So I don't know, I like Paris. I will go back a million times. I love it there. But if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. We do plan on traveling more this year, so we probably will be getting out more vlogs, more travel vlogs for y'all. If the gas prices go down, oh my gosh, woo! But yeah, we do plan on doing a little bit more traveling, so we may be doing some more vlogs. But if y'all like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click that bell so you get notified every time that I post something so you don't miss something. And I'll see y'all in my next video.